What up? It's your boy Bones, and welcome back to Movie Parallels. Now, this is where I take two movies with the same name or the same subject, and we take a look at them. Now, tonight, we're going to take a look at 1986's The Deliberate Stranger and 2002's Ted Bundy. Now, of course, these are two movies about Ted Bundy, the serial killer, from the late 70s and early 80s. But let's take a look at these. We have The Deliberate Stranger, starring Mark Harmon, who I really enjoyed in Summer School and The Presidio. Of course, is a made-for-TV movie, which is about 3 hours long. I do own this on the original release, but you can find a archive release for about $20 online, and it's a 2-disc version, so it's probably better quality than the 1-disc version. This is a made-for-TV movie, so there's very little on-screen violence. It's more implied than you actually see, but it's still pretty creepy. This movie actually came out when Ted Bundy was still alive, and when he was in prison, he pretty much refused to watch this movie when it aired on NBC. This movie takes one take on the story, which is it follows more like the different people and the way they didn't want to believe that Ted Bundy was responsible for all these horrible atrocities, but each person has to find out in their own way that it really was him. This was an alright movie. I mean, Mark Harmon plays an awesome Ted Bundy, but you never actually see like any violence or like you never see the demon inside of him that made him kill all these poor girls. And you end up at the end of the movie, it just shows that he was captured, he escaped, he got captured again, and then he's just in prison and taking in the celebrity of being in prison and going to trials and stuff. And they never really show like what happens to him because, like I said, he was still alive when this movie was released. And now we'll go ahead and take a look at the second movie, which is Ted Bundy. Now this movie is only an hour and 40 minutes long. It was directed by Matthew Bright and stars Michael Riley Burke. Now this is a little bit more different because it's really ultra violent. I mean, they show more of the inhuman acts of this like psychopath. It's just really graphic and brutal. The account of the murders is you really see like what he did and like the savagery, and it's pretty more brutal. I mean, if you really want to like not sleep good and see the devastation that this Freakaloo did, then check out this movie. It doesn't hold back on showing like the heinous acts that this freak did. I mean, it's pretty brutal. So I mean, if you really want to see more horror and more blood, then this is probably the one you want to watch. Of course, this one goes more into the girl that actually had a relationship with him, like during this time, and it's more about her. They do have like the little side stories of the detectives and stuff like that, but it's more about her and him and how she never really realized that it was him until he was in prison and all that. That's when she finally saw that it was him. This also shows when he gets captured and when he escapes, and then recaptured again. And actually, this one's kind of a little bit better because it does give you a finality, and it shows what happens to him in prison, and it shows the people like all getting ready to fry his butt up and put him in the electric chair, and they show the people like getting ready, and then they actually show the process of what they do to him to get ready to electrocute him, and basically, I mean, he gets his in the end, and I mean quite literally. But I mean, if you know, at the end of this one, you really get like some kind of closure, because it shows it that they did finally put him to death, which is fitting for a brutal killer like this guy. So, anyways, guys, you could get both these movies online, like on eBay or Amazon. They run about $20 each. I might look to get the other version of this one, the archive version, but we'll see what happens. But so if you just want to see a pretty good acted movie, get this one. But if you want to see like a brutal account of what happened, then get this one. Now there is a couple of other movies, like one's called The Stranger Beside Me. It's an older movie, and then they have a new one with Zac Efron, where he plays Ted Bundy. It's called like Brutal, Evil, and Vile, or something like that. But it's on Netflix, I think, if you want to check it out. But anyways, guys, take your choice. Pick what you want to watch. See you on the next one.
Just then when the hurdy-gurdy man came singing songs of love. Then when the hurdy-gurdy man came singing songs